Okay, so here is my very first cage. And then I have Jasmine's cage over here. So this is Rose's cage and that's Jasmine's cage. And my chinchillas aren't getting along right now. They do get along, but there's some other steps that I can't do right now in the bonding process that I'll just have to wait a while for them to actually be with each other. Because you need to take those things slow with chinchillas, because they just, some don't get along, so you gotta be like very slow and stuff with that. So right here is my doggy stairs that I use for Rose's cage, and it's perfect height, goes right up to this part, so she can run up and down the stairs, because when you have a chinchilla out, you want to keep the doors open so they can run up and down the stairs in case they get frightened by a noise or just are running frantically around like my chinchillas do, and they just want to go back into their cage, because chinchillas are very used to their cage. It's like their main little, it's like their own, so it'll be easier if you keep the cage doors open for them and have a way for them to get up there. So if you haven't seen this cage already, this is my Critter Nation cage, and it is very big. I actually grew, so it's not taller than me anymore. But here is the dimensions. Hopefully my camera will focus. Oh, there we go. Before, when I tried to film this, it wouldn't focus very often. I mean, very quickly. So it is the model 162, which means it is the double unit. 161, I think it is the single unit, which I don't really recommend for a chinchilla. They really need their space, so it'd be best if you bought the one with 2 units. And it's by the company Midwest, and here it says World's Best Small Animal Habitat. And Midwest also makes the Ferret Nation, which is similar to the Critter Nation. I'd say the only difference that I've heard of is these bar spacing on the Critter Nation is actually smaller, because Critter Nation is meant for rats too, so they want the bar spacing to be smaller for rats, which is a smart idea. And the one on the Critter Nation cages, I mean the Ferret Nation cages, have bigger bar spacing because ferrets live in there and they're not as small as rats. But both, it doesn't matter which one, Critter or Ferret Nation, they're both the same. So for chinchillas, and for a chinchilla you can get either one, it doesn't really matter. But here it is. I'm just gonna do a little view of it, and it has storage underneath, which is really nice, but I don't put too much storage underneath there because, again, my chinchillas run around, and I don't want to put things underneath there that they're going to chew up, because they chew up a lot of things. So here it is, and this cage was a gift from my uncle. He went to the Midwest company, and I guess they were coming out with a new model. I don't know if it's already out, but this is like the snap-in panel model, I guess. It has snap-in panels, which only took me about 45 minutes to put together, I think. I can't really remember. But it didn't take too long to put together. The ones that come with like screws and bolts and stuff, people always say how it's always so hard to put together and they get so frustrated with things. So I was just very happy that this was snap-in panels, where you just like snap in the little panels with the little thingy-mabobs. I don't know how to explain it, but I was very happy, and I put it together all by myself. So yeah, it's got 4 doors, and I'm gonna start with the storage on the bottom. Actually, I just have fleece items in there, and then that pan I use to put hay in after, like when I sweep out the cage. I take the hay that I can still use and put it in the pan, and then after I sweep everything out, I put it back in the cage. So, and here are the doggy stairs. They were from Petco, and I think they're like $25. We got this because I was dog sitting, and then the dog was so small it couldn't get up on like the couch or anything, so we got them stairs. But that was when I was dog sitting like a while ago, like over the summer. So, and then I just realized that it'd be nice for Rose to have, right, Rosie? You hear Chloe barking? Chloe's my dog. She's barking. I can hear her. Well, she was barking. So the doors open like this. Ooh, it wasn't closed all the way. So the doors open like this. You just push down and then pull out. It's very, very, like, easy. So this is what the cage looks like when the doors are open, and you guys could imagine that it is very easy to clean because the door is open like fully, and these trays can come out, of course. I'm actually going to be buying new trays. They're metal. Ever since I got the cage, I've been meaning to get metal pans, but I just buy things that they don't really need. I buy things like toys and stuff instead, because that's just how I am. And here's her pillow. And this ledge on the door was purchased from a pet store. It's the Super Pet Leap-In Ledge, and then they came out with a thing called the Sleep-In Ledge. So this one's just a little bit skinnier. So yeah. And after she jumps off her ledge, she lands on this pillow. She always does that. It's like one of her habits. And this is her log house. And I purchased this for Christmas for her. And I've been wanting to get this ever since, like, I've dreamed about getting a chinchilla. I've always wanted to get it, and I got it for her for Christmas, and she chewed it up quite a bit, and on the other side she has two, and she already messed this up. I stack her hay on top of here, and then she, oops, got some on the ground, and then she'll just eat it and then run under the tunnel and stuff. She really loves that. It's like her favorite thing. So this log was purchased from a chinchilla rescue in my state, because they also sell some chinchilla toys and medicine, I think, just critical care. They have like a bunch of stuff. So I bought that from there, and it took like 2 days to ship because the place is only an hour away. So here it is, and it's very big. It's like, I think it could fit a bunny. I don't have a bunny. I've never had a bunny, so I don't know if it would fit them, but it's really big. I know it would fit guinea pigs perfectly, so if you're a guinea pig owner, then maybe you want to look into buying this because they're really awesome. And these things are pretty thick, so it would last your pet a while, unless they're like a super chewer. Rose chews, but she's not going to destroy this in a day. So her cage liner that goes on the plastic band, because you don't want them getting to the plastic at all. And here is her toy dish. I have a bunch of chews in here. There's pumice stones, there's apple sticks. She loves anything to do with apples. There's loofahs, there's just a bunch of random things. And when I come down here every day to clean her cage out and have her out for playtime, all these toys will be scattered throughout her cage randomly, like in hammocks and just scattered and chewed to bits. So that's just what's over there. And then the rest of the space is just empty. And up here she has her hammock that I made her a while back. And it's made from yellow tab thingies. And then these are pear hooks. They just look like pears pretty much. And then plaid fleece. And I put blankets in here because she loves to cuddle up in blankets and pillows and stuff like that. So back there is her 10-ounce clip on the side of the cage dish. And it's really nice because you can take it out like this too. I bought this from a local pet store, like, in my town, so it's not like a chain store or anything, so there's no point in saying the name, but you can buy these anywhere. I've seen them online a lot, or I don't go to Petco. I haven't been there in a while. I go to Pet Supplies Plus. It's the same place that Guinea Pig is Forever goes to. We go to the same spot. So that's just that. And this is, oh, over here, she has another hanging toy. It was like green and red for Christmas, and it was supposed to be a candy cane, but she totally destroyed that. Every day I come down here and it's just a mess right here that I'd have to clean up. And her water bottle is a Ryerson water bottle, and I bought this a while back too. It's not full all the way because I fill their water bottles before I go to bed for the day. So that's just that. And I fill this up before I go back upstairs. So that's why it's not full yet. So that is the first little compartment thing, unit, I guess you can call it, to the cage, because it's a 2-unit cage. So let me just close up this door and I'll show you the top unit. Okay, and you want to make sure these doors are closed because sometimes they don't latch in all the way up top. So you just want to push them in before you actually leave the room. And here's another door. And then that door I keep all the way over there because because Rose will jump onto here and then jump up to there and then get into trouble. So that's why I do that. And sometimes I actually like clip it on to Jasmine's cage because Rose will find a way to move it and get all up there anyway. So this is her fleece tube, and this is a PVC pipe with bolts and stuff in there, and I made a fleece cover for it. Looks like that. And it's just bolted onto the cage, of course. I actually need to wash it because it's pretty dirty, so. She loves to like sleep on it. She'll just sleep on the top of it. Sometimes she'll go in here, but not as much as she used to. So I might either give it to Jasmine, but Rose still loves it, so I might just keep it and then make another one for Jasmine, because these are actually very easy to make for me, because my dad has all these supplies in the garage because for his job he has like PVC pipes and stuff like that. He doesn't like work in an office or anything. So over here is her other toy. I clipped the bottom to the bars of the cage so she couldn't pull it all the way out and stuff. It had a bunch of other sticks and stuff coming off of it, but again, she chewed all of it. So it's pretty beat up, but she still loves it. She has 2 ledges, like parallel. Is that the word? I don't know. I've never been good at math or whatever that class is from. So this ledge up here, she loves. This is her all-time sitting spot. My chinchillas, at least, that's what I've noticed. They like to stay on the very top of their cage. Anything closest to the top they'll like to go on. And then this ledge right here is very beat up. It's another one of those pet store ledges, but this was bought from Camp Fortunes. So that's another rescue site where the rescue sells things and then you can buy it from them. And then this was from, they changed the name of their site. Before it was called something, but now it's called chincessories.com. And the lady's really nice. And this is just what it looks like. A big custom long wood thing. It actually took very long to ship, but that was a while ago, so it doesn't really matter. And she chewed the walls like down a little bit because she does that a lot. So she really likes that. She'll sprawl out on it, and it's so funny to watch her. And down here, I usually have another little mat thing. I don't know where I put it. I think I left some stuff up in the dryer before I brought the stuff down to clean her cage. So there's usually a mat here, and then I put her treat dish in here. Before I leave for the night or lock them up or whatever, I give them treats, just a few, just like 1 or 2, because you don't want to give them a lot. Jasmine, drinking water. So this is her hut. It is a super pet one. My uncle goes to conventions and stuff, and he always buys me like pet supplies, but he hasn't in a while, so hopefully he'll do that soon. He bought me this a while ago. It is a super pet thing, and I think Rose carved a little heart into it. That's how I see it as. And she's actually chewed this whole wall down all the way. She likes to chew on this a lot. So up here is her double hammock. It's the size of the one down here. Sorry, my camera keeps going out of focus, but it's the same as the one down there, except it's doubled. So I made it doubled, and this was for her birthday present, and there's blankets in here as well. Her birthday was in September, so it was a while back. So that is just my tour of Rose's cage, and she's already put back. So I'm going to show you Jasmine's cage.